I recently replayed the Bioshock trilogy on stream. It was my first time touching the series in just over a decade. Now in the first game there was a challenge for beating it all using only the wrench. So I decided today that I was going to do that in number 2, using only the drill. I am not allowed to use any of the guns in my entire playthrough, I can only get kills with the drill. And to make it even harder, I'm going to play it on, well, hard. Is it possible? And just how many times will I die and respawn in the beta chamber? Let's find out. Alright, so we start our hero's journey in Rapture. Our little sister Eleanor gets jumped by Adam-hungry splicers. Give him the drill. We take him up back. But get betrayed by the game's villain Lamb. She forces us to take our pistol and unalive ourselves. Guys, I said I'm not doing that line. That's a cringy TikTok. We wake up 10 years later with a drill in the dream. Thank you. Someone should. We take out a few splicers and get our first plasma. Amber alert! I saw the Book of Mormon, nice. We're then forced to fight our first boss, a big sister, and things didn't exactly go well. He's taking like actual 0 damage. Oh, thank God. Well, that makes me worried for this run. I mean, I'll get upgrades. At this point, I was kind of worried that this run would actually be impossible, considering how little damage I did during this fight. But hopefully some damage upgrades and tonics make it doable after all. The big sister floods the map, and we're done with the first level, and with no deaths so far. Well, I mean, no deaths, huh? In Chapter 2, we are given a hack tool and forced to use it. Now, this isn't actually a weapon, so we're going to allow it. We get jumped in the next room by more splicers, but make quick work of them. Yeah, not the entire game, thank you. When trying to find our way out of here, we get booby-trapped by Lamb and are left to die. Let me out! Let me out!
It is Sophia Lamb! She has found you!
Let me out! No. Luckily, we make it out alive and get our second plasmid telekinesis.
Topside now, high rolling with all the kick. Anybody gets
lifted. The next part is a mad dash through dozens of splicers on robot enemies. Now, there is no way of killing all these guys with just the drill at this level.
Quickly, head for the elevator.
Get away! Woo! Had to burn 2 health kits, but we made it. Oh, stop it! Finally, we meet up with Tenenbaum, who is asking us to hold back the splicers while she escapes with the remaining little sisters.
Please hold back the splicers until we escape.
Ryan Amusements chapter opens a lot of doors for us. The first thing we grab is the first power to the people machine, so we can upgrade our drill damage first.
The sky's the limit.
After taking out the lobby splicers, we then get our first tonic, which is actually an important one.
Welcome to Ryan Amusements. Insert your ticket now. Half price for children under 3. I'm Andrew Ryan.
Alright, well, we'll definitely take the run speed.
Welcome to Ryan Amusements. Please enjoy the park.
Being a melee user, closing the distance is definitely important. And after that, we beeline to the drill power tonic for extra damage. And there we go, drill power. Drill does more damage. There is a drill power too, but we don't get it until way later in the game. And with that, it's time to face our first Big Daddy. Just better.
Take a breath, son. You did it.
In this game, you get bonus Adam for letting the little sister you're escorting collect some extra dead Adam from bodies. In this early game, we're going to take advantage, but later in the run, we're going to have more Adam than we'll need, so we're not going to do it later. After collecting Adam for both corpses, we free her from her curse and set ourselves up for the good ending. We find our second power to the people machine, and this time we're going to get the drill efficiency upgrade. Drill fuel efficiency. After getting our incinerate plasmid, we're jumped by the big little sister from the tutorial, but this time we're ready.
When raptured.
There we go.
Holy Moses, son. Not even a big sister can keep you down.
Oh.
Well,
Hopper's Drop is easily the longest chapter in the game. Multiple little sisters, a huge map with multiple paths and secrets, and research is introduced from the first. Right out of the gate, we're going to take down this Big Daddy and harvest some atoms so we can get some health and Eve upgrades from the Gatherer's Garden. Soon after, a brute splicer blocks our path and we're forced to go get a research camera from the pawn shop. The camera allows us to record our fights with different splicers, and every so often get a research bonus that will give us more damage, movement speed, and sometimes a new tonic that can help us break the game. But first we can get our final drill upgrade that's going to greatly increase our survivability. While we have the drill spinning, incoming projectiles get reflected back at their attackers. With our drill now at legendary status, we can record our fight with the brute and get the drill dash ability, which is one of my favorite parts about this game. We get a rematch with the new big sister. Ow. And pick up another must-have tonic for this run, the Ice Drill. This gives our drill a chance to freeze enemies when hit, which can shatter them or even just hold them in place for a few seconds. All we have to do to end the chapter is confront Grace and either spare or kill her.
your call, friend. Grace is unarmed, for what it's worth.
I spared her since she actually does help us out the next chapter if you do. Yay for doing the right thing.
To hell with you then.
Siren's Alley isn't my favorite level. We repeat the same gameplay loop of saving little sisters, then finding a key to fight the boss at the end. Ow. This is the first chapter we can actually get the insect swarm plasmid, so we'll pick that up. But it isn't until level 2 where this plasmid really takes off and stun enemies for a longer period of time. Now this is the second boss fight where I was certain I was going to die. This Spider Splicer boss has an insane amount of health. And my panic hacking didn't help the situation at all. Shit. Oh. But with him out of the way, we can flip the switch to get out of here, but Lamb has other plans.
The place is coming down! Get to Dionysus Park!
She floods the rest of this sector, killing anyone who couldn't escape in time, then proceeds to taunt us about it.
Look, Delta. It is the world for which you strive. You, alone among the dead.
Dionysus Park has an extreme lack of dinosaurs, so imagine my disappointment when we got here. This chapter's objective is fairly simple. Deal with all 3 little sisters however we see fit, and old Stanley here will open the way for us to leave. What a helpful man. I sure hope he doesn't have any ulterior motives. The first big daddy we find is in the theater. We'll quickly dispatch him and send the little sister into the vent. But before we leave, we get a vision with help from Eleanor to see that Stanley threw elite parties at Dionysus Park, maybe in an attempt to bankrupt her mother. Kinda bad, but we'll see what else happens. Big Daddy number 2 we find chilling in the lodge area and force him to check out early. We have the little sister depart as well, and are treated with another vision of the pass. Eleanor knew of Stanley's misdeeds and was forced into an orphanage and then turned into a little sister. Alright, Stanley's now officially on my shit list. But we have one more little sister to deal with first. This little sister must be special because she has not one, but 2 big daddies guarding her at the same time.
Right, there's one. Clobber the big palooka and grab the sister.
With them out of the way, we're treated to one final vision. When Eleanor's mother was returning, Stanley flooded the park and killed all the guests to leave no witnesses to what he's been doing. Lamb, who's been listening this whole time, forces the door open to security booth open. And we're left in charge of Stanley's fate.
Oh, God! No. Come on, pal. The train's ready!
The Rapture is a pretty horrible place right now, so I decide to let him go. The next chapter, Fontaine Futuristics, is a long 2-part chapter. Right at the start, we get the Damage Research Tonic, which helps us max out what little research we have left to finish. The basic story for this chapter is we need to go through Fontaine's workshop. He says, nuh-uh. We find recordings of his past self that wishes we put a stop to this, and he summons an Alpha Big Daddy. I hope. How about that? We destroy his little devices and open a way to a secret workshop where he now is. Look, this video is already running kind of long, so we need to make some time where we can. Alright, now that we're in his secret lair, we see that Alex has become some kind of atom-obsessed slug thing. We gather some atom-infused flowers to draw him out, get a genetic code from him, and shock his body, fulfilling his wishes to be free of this curse. Okay, Persephone is the last chapter of this run, and it's also a 2-parter, and honestly one of my favorites in this game. We finally come across Eleanor's chamber where Lamb has been keeping her, but before we can try to save her, we have to fight 2 big sisters at once. We do get the Drill Vampire Tonic, better late than never, which heals us from successful drill hits. Lamb pulls the "if I can't have her, no one can" card and tries to suffocate Eleanor and sever our connection. Luckily, she clings to life and sends a little sister for us to control. All we need to do here is gather Big Sister soup pieces so Eleanor can become one herself and escape with us. Alright, now we're doing the Sherry section.
There's a piece of the suit in here, Father. Find the rest and bring them back to me. Trusted you as their father because of me. And it gave me hope for the first time in years. Now, I will do the same for all the others, starting with this one. We have done it, Father. I'll be there soon.
Now all we need to do to finish this chapter is to break Eleanor out of prison.
All you fucking... Fuck!
And that brings us to the final part, Inner Persephone. Now we can call our daughter to help us fight alongside us if things get too rough. I spend the last on my Atom, still have more than I'd ever need in a run like this. And for anyone at home who wants to try this run yourself, here's the tonic list that I used during this run.
She wants me to stop you leaving.
Lamb is plotting to drop this section of Rapture into the Abyss, so we need to get to the life code. Save the little sisters before we end up in a watery grave. There's just one issue. Sinclair has been mind-controlled and put in a Big Daddy suit. So unfortunately we need to take his lifeboat key by force. I'm sorry, buddy.
Now, Father.
With that bit of unpleasantness out of the way, we need to save the little sisters from the east and west wings. Luckily, with the Eleanor plasmid, this section is not that bad at all.
This one is mine.
When you've cleared them out, I'll need a signal like before. Push the call button and I'll proceed.
Children from us?
The final challenge of this run is to hold off waves of splicers with Eleanor while she prepares our escape. I know Joke had to fight like 24 brute splicers at once. If I didn't have all my upgrades and research, this section would have been almost impossible. But with plenty of money in my wallet and health sections abound, I can make it through this part without dying.
You fight back now. Use the plasmid. The ballast water is gone. Release the docking mechanism.
And with that, we make our escape.
We've done it, Father. We're launching. Get to the elevator. The bombs, Father. We're falling. Run!
I get slightly blown up, but we make it to the surface and also get the good ending.
Mother believed
and with that, we have completed the whole game drill only, with 0 deaths on hard mode. I initially thought this challenge would be a lot harder, but once we got our build going, nothing could actually stop us. There was a few close calls here and there, sure, but overall I enjoyed this challenge. Subscribe if you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
You'll be there on my shoulder, whispering,